Pack your doomsday bag and run for the hills. Everything is in peril. Your job, Social Security, food stamps. We are facing an unprecedented financial calamity. Please. It is time for the politicians to stop crying wolf on this stupid debt ceiling ordeal. Look, the federal government pays its bills by raising money in two ways. One, taxes. Two, they issue debt. Janet Yellen has officially reached her credit limit, and unless the Congress agrees to increase that credit line, she's not going to have enough cash to pay our bills. So now we're served up with the perfect opportunity for politicians to posture and for news sources to create unnecessarily shocking headlines. Here is the real story. Economists scoff at the debt ceiling. It's a completely arbitrary number set by politicians that has no real tie, meaning, or metric to our economy. It's been called stupid and destructive, and is nothing but a trump card for politicians to gamble with when fighting over public policy. We have to raise the debt ceiling. The Treasury needs the ability to raise more capital and pay our bills. Raising the debt ceiling dog and pony battle show that we've been experiencing has happened almost 100 times since the debt ceiling was invented in World War I. Look, the US has never defaulted on our debt, and we sure as hell aren't going to on Thursday. No matter how much chicken they want to play, that's not likely to come to fruition. So, if it's that easy, why not just pass the bill? Because it's a political pawn that is often tied to other pieces of legislation that a political party is trying to push through. In this instance, the bill also includes a $3 trillion spending package. Dems are using the urgent threat of default to push the spending package through, and Republicans are using the urgent threat of default as a negotiation tool for limiting the scope of the new spending package. To be clear, I'm calling the debt ceiling nothing but a political pawn. The US is the only major country with a meaningful self-imposed debt ceiling. This is not to be confused with our actual national debt, which is something else. Our debt now exceeds 125% of GDP, meaning that in totality, we actually owe more money than our economy produces. This is a five-fold increase in just the last 25 years. It is important to note, though, that the interest payments on this debt has actually declined as a percentage of GDP over time. But what happens if interest rates rise? Well, there is the risk in a rising interest rate environment that these debt payments will continue to grow as a portion of GDP. Except time and time again, the US has proven to be a unicorn of sorts when it comes to borrowing in their own currency. She's shown a real resilience to accumulating debt. Why? Well, the US of A has special privileges due to her economic status. The US is seen as a safe haven for global investors. There is demand for our debt. People want it. So we can issue more almost any time at competitive rates because during times of global uncertainty, people want to buy US debt, which means politicians can stop crying wolf. Could the stalemate result in a government shutdown? Yes, it's happened before. Could 62% of federal workers be furloughed for a period of time? Yes, it's happened before. But that is not because of economics. That is because of politics. So many economists agree that acquiring more debt is not going to result in immediate financial calamity. However, they all generally agree that our debt cannot continue to accumulate in a manner that outpaces growth. Economist Michael Strain likens it to termites eating away at the foundation of your home. No, it's not likely to produce an immediate one-time crisis, but it is a problem nonetheless. Economic research has shown that countries with debt exceeding 90% GDP, which is where we are, faced a sustained drag on growth of about 2% per year. Solving the debt issue is going to require concessions on both sides. Entitlement programs need to be reformed without vilifying those who say so. And Republicans need to stop implementing tax cuts without paying for them. And for heaven's sakes, balance the budget. Look, we are an economically stable and high producing country. With a little bit of common sense, we can bring our debt limits gradually down to a more sustainable and safe level over time. That's it for this week. This is Jeannie Fisher, the 401k Lady.